Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a good Fortnite map, like for Battle Royale or like anything which you need to build terrain. So here's what I want you to do. When you start, you would have just this menu. So if you go down on this side part, you can select terrain, in galleries and nature. These two are the most important for today. You go down to any cliff gallery, brown cliff, cave gallery, snow gallery, grass gallery, arid cliff gallery, shark cliff gallery. I suggest the shark cliff gallery because that's what I'm using for one of my bigger maps. So you just use it to make the cliff as big as possible, and then change to grid snap 2 for this part because it's easier, and put it in the ground. Now for this part, it's the simplest. All you need to do is line it up so you have a part like that. You want to make it so it's a full triangle like this, like full circle even, and use the select button, which will tell you in the corner on whatever device you're on, and grab the entire circle. Now you can start placing the grass about, maybe rotate it a bit. It'll look a bit bubbly, but that's to expect because you've got a massive circle which you're placing about. So I'll just build a quick terrain, something a bit like this. Also make sure your drops are off so it doesn't match. This cliff in the middle, the regular one, I'm gonna move it up a bit and put a few pieces of blocks around. Oh wow, it's stopped working. Oh, there it is. Select this, you just select that, and you can put it wherever you need it to go, like say here for a nice cliff area. Okay, so next thing you'd want is to put trees or whatever you want on it. So I suggest the nature tree gallery or the variant foliage gallery, or if you really want variant foliage gallery B, which I'm going to use today. So this is all the creepy like trees, and then we've got a couple of bright cheerful trees in this one. So I'm going to use the creepy trees because I think it's a bit easier. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and yeah, place it. Tip for when you're doing trees, you can place them into the floor like that. Place them into the floor a bit so you can't see their stem, which really makes it look like it's these type of trees like spruce. So I'm going to scatter a few about here. So to rotate it to make it not look like you've just copied and pasted them, I'm now going to take this right here. I'm going to get it again. I'm going to place it like this, and I'm going to place it around like that to make it like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over to the bright cheerful trees just to give you another example. Use these here, drag it over. Don't submerge the logs this time, just slightly peek it out and add a little variation in the heights of the trees. You can also rotate them so it looks a bit like this. So this is the kind of terrain you'll be after. So now you've got this, you probably want to add like buildings on here. But this isn't a really good building, so here's how you will Or here's how you can make a good building or a good civilization. Here's what I suggest. It took me a while to figure this out, but if you get rid of those, you can get the full library. Right now, I'm just going to make a, I don't know, what would match the theme of this the best? I think a small mansion-like area. So I'm going to look down here for the Fortnite POI I'd like. It's not always there, but sometimes it might be. I want Haunted Hills Gallery for this, but you can use any gallery you want. I just think this would fit more. So I will just grab some bare necessity bricks, and then you can change it to building as prop to origin center, and then replace it, which will let, and then change it to grid snap 2, and put it over here. So here's what you can build. You can build like little houses like this. But make sure not to build it on your main landmass, because that might ruin the effect that you're going for. So you can do it like this, and then you can just place a few windows down like this. Okay, and you can even build another form of the house. I'm going to do it like this, just to not have to spend a lot of time designing another house, but just going to make it a bit longer. Maybe make it stretch up the floor, like this. And then you put on your roofs and stuff which you want, and boom, I've built like 2 houses here, which then I'm going to do what we did with this. We're going to select it, and you just select everything in the building that you want to copy. You can make an interior if you want, but then you'd have to copy that. You press RT if you're on Xbox, but make sure the house is still down there. You can bring it onto your land, and if you want to take it off your grid snap, I suggest a grid snap 4, it's easier to get on top, or grid snap 8 if that doesn't work, which I'm going to do that. You can now paste your houses about, and they look like you've just built them in that spot, but it takes a lot less time, like this. So you've got 2 houses. I'm going to also put this building in here. If I have enough time, I'll go on to some other tips which might be useful. So I'm going to place this one over here. As you can see, every time I place something, it adds to the memory. But as I'm in a big map, it actually disperses the memory, so the further out I get, the less memory is needed in this area. See? But when I go back, it gains memory. You get it? So, see, I've got this corner here, which I won't worry about today, but I'm gonna move it across a bit because that will annoy me. Yeah, so while I'm doing this, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe, please, because I'm gonna make another lesson like this on like devices. So yeah, finished. Anyway, so now you've got your thing, you might want to add some lanes or anything like that. So I'm gonna look around lanes on the side of the road, stuff like that. In galleries like the haunted the Haunted Hills Gallery, you can actually find gates if you want to add something around the back of the houses that you build. But I'm going to use the lighthouse, which you can find, I think, under Lighthouse in L. Go to Lighthouse Prop Gallery, and then you find a stone path. This is one of the best ways to make a path, especially for like decorative builds. But yeah, so path goes around. You can also move stuff if you really need to make room for your stuff. Like, it looks a bit like that, with paths connecting it up. And also, but another way you could do it is if you go regular all the way to the top, or use 3 fabs. You can find the farm path gallery and use hay. You can submerge it slightly into the floor here. And hold on, I'm just going to get it perfect. So submerge it so a blue tip is pointing out, and you can use that as grass or like a path if you want to. But another thing I do actually suggest is using the terrain. Go back to terrain if you want to do this path instead. You can use the catacombs floor, like shrink it down, or cobblestone floor, or any type of cobblestoney floor. But yeah, so we've done this today for the first lesson. Hopefully subscribe. If this gets 5 likes, I'm gonna do the part 2. Hopefully you enjoyed. Bye.